Last question on your review, number 30. The instructions say solve by completing the square. So we are looking at these notes, completing the square, and we've got some steps. So the first step is we want to rewrite it instead of standard form. We want the variables on one side and the number on the other. So let's do that here. So b squared minus 16b plus 100 equals 0. So we want to move this 100 over. Since it's adding 100, we're going to subtract 100 from both sides. So our new equation is b squared minus 16b equals negative 100. Okay? Second step says to divide both sides by a. So whatever number is in front of our squared variable. There is no number in front of our squared variable, so we don't have to do this step. Now we want to complete the square. Let's take half of b, and then we're going to square it, and then we're going to add it to both sides. So b is negative 16. Let me draw a line so we can, where is this from? Okay, b is negative 16. Let's divide that by 2. Gives me negative 8. I'm going to take negative 8 squared. That gives me 64. Now I'm going to add that to both sides. Plus 64 plus 64. So now we have b squared minus 16b plus 64. On this side, we've got negative 100 plus 64. It's negative 36. Now I'm going to factor the perfect square trinomial. So remember, that means this. I'm going to put the variable first, and then I'm going to subtract this number that I had gotten here, the 8, and square it. And that equals negative 36. Now I'm going to take, now take the square root of both sides. So I take the square root and square root. So when I take the square root, it makes both the square root and the square go away. So I'm just left with b minus 8. What is the square root of negative 36? Let's do that on the side here. Since I got a negative number, it's negative 1. And my factors of 36 are 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. I'm pulling out an I for that negative, a 2, and a 3. So I'm pulling out 2 times 3 times I, 2 times 3, so 6I. So over here we've got 6I. Now I need to get the variable by itself. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. Oh, I did wrong. This, remember, is plus or minus. So then b equals 8 plus or minus 6I. So our answer is A. So I've been saying, pay attention to signs. You notice that A looks real close to D, except for what's different? This negative in front of the 8 and the positive in front of the 8. What is our answer? Positive 8. So A is our answer. So you're going to have to pay real close attention on your test to your signs.